Hello, I'm Leonardo.
And I'm Maddie Johnson.
And you are watching WJAG-TV, your weekly school news. Hey you guys, we don't have any stories this week, but we do have a few announcements from our amazing administrators. Here's Mr. Maxwell with our new policies.
Good day, Cedar Shoals. My name is Derek Maxwell, and I have the privilege of serving this great high school as your principal. Wanted to take a second, myself and the admin team, to welcome you guys back for what I know is going to be a great year. Wanted to share with you some of the things that I'm most excited about this upcoming year, and then administrative team will be joining me to share some other things with you. First thing I want to kind of highlight is what I consider to be Cedar Shoals is at a turning point. I think that we have in the past received some negative attention. I think that we have pulled together as a staff and as a student body, and I think it's time we turn the tables. I think it's time we become the premier high school in Athens. I think it's time that we become the premier academic institution in Athens. I think it's time that we win on the field, off the field, in the community, and in everything we do. Our sports teams are getting better. Our academics are improving. Our marching band and all of our extracurricular activities are fabulous, and we want to make sure that we share and enjoy that experience with you guys, and you guys are a huge part of how the overall culture and climate of this school can become the best in Athens. Some of the things that I'm really proud of is this year our new staff members. Take the time to welcome them to our building. I know that we do a lot of work to make sure that new students are welcome, but I think it's equally important to welcome the adults that have joined us professionally. So students, it's time for you to step up your leadership roles and not just reach out to your peers, but to reach out to the new teachers and help them feel welcome. You may be able to answer a lot of questions for them. So take the time to get to know a new staff member. And if you have a unique or cool experience in doing that, shoot me an email just to let me know. It's great to hear things like that. One of the things I'm also very excited about is we are partnering with the Georgia Conflict Center, and we're going to be implementing restorative practices. My friend Miss Leah Clements and Amani Scott Blackwell are going to talk to you a little bit more about restorative practices in a minute. The brief overview, my gist on it is that restorative practice is something that we implement to not replace the code of conduct. The code of conduct is still very much the driving body between actions and punishments and consequences. But we don't want that relationship to end there. So restorative practice is all about building our community at Cedar Shoals, about improving our relational capacity amongst peers, amongst staff members, and an entire community. So that's something that we're going to be real deliberate about implementing this year. You're going to be participating in circles for both team building, for a variety of activities, and if things do not go well, if there's an unfortunate event that happens, we want to repair the relationship, not just institute a consequence. We want to prepare the relationship, get back to business, because our primary goal is to have you in class receiving a high quality level of instruction each and every day for every student in this building. And so that's something we're going to be working extremely hard towards this year, and we feel that restorative practices is going to be a key factor in helping us be successful. I won't spoiler alert for, I think Mr. Cottle is going to speak a little bit about this, but we have a pep rally coming up fairly soon. But something we're doing a little different this year is the pep rally is going to be by invitation. And so stay tuned to hear how you can get invited to the pep rally. But for now, that's all I have. I want to thank you guys. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your summer. Please stay ahead in your studies and in your academics. It is very easy to fall behind. Ninth graders, listen to me, I'm dead serious. I know this is the first time that you have had 7 classes that all count for credits, and if you do not get the credits, you do not move on. But it is so easy to fall behind if you allow it. Stay on top, ask for help when you need help, ask your peers for help, ask your parents for help, ask your community members for help. Please do all you can to stay on top of things. Without anything ado, welcome back. Looking forward to a great year. Go Jags.
Speaking of new phone policies, Mr. Derrick has something to say about phone usage.
Hello, Cedar Shoals. My name is Tony Derrick. I'm the Associate Principal of Operations here at the school. It is my pleasure to talk to you about cell phones. As we know in today's society, cell phones are part of what we do, who we are, and the things that we know most about. We want to remind you here at Cedar Shoals, you're allowed to have your cell phones in commons areas, in the hallways, but not in the classroom. Classroom disturbances with cell phones will not be tolerated this year, and so we ask that you do your part. Tell your friends, tell your parents, that although you are allowed to have a cell phone at the school, we do not want this to be a problem in the classroom. We look forward to having a great year, and make sure you do your part. And as always, go Jaguars!
Wow, they're really cracking down on these phones. You know what else they're cracking down on?
Attendance.
Here's Mr. Carter with more info.
All right, good afternoon, Jaguars. This is Henry Cottle, Assistant Principal over 10th and 12th grade. I just want to talk about two items, tardies and absences, and actually three things, tardies, absences, and attendance. Students want you to get to class on time. It's very imperative that you're there at the start of the class so you can get all of the instruction. If you are have an abundance amount of tardies, you'll be identified. We're starting to take data this week on tardies, so please make it to class on time. We have about 5 to 6 minutes during transition time, so please do your best to get to class on time. If not, then either security or administration will follow up with you just to make sure you can get to where you need to get in a timely fashion. The second thing is for absences. Students, I've seen just a few students that were not first-year freshmen sort of walking around a little bit too much on the second day of school. So understand that we've learned from last year about taking accurate data. So just know that we're taking data on all AWOLs, and what an AWOL is for first-time freshmen and students new to the school. That's basically away without leave, which basically means that you were not at the class, and therefore the teacher had to mark you absent. So we're having some incentives that are closely tied to tardies and absences forthcoming very, very soon here. So I want everyone to participate. So please make sure that you are getting to class on time and that you're going to class. And then finally, the third piece is for teachers taking accurate attendance. Teachers, without accurate attendance, we cannot, move forward and, do what we need to do in terms of attendance wise. So if you need help with attendance, please ask a fellow teacher or an administrator, but please take accurate attendance every period of every day. So just to recap, tardies, please make it to class on time. Absences, please make sure that you are attending class, and then attendance, teachers, please make sure that you are recording the data accurately. Thank you. My name is Henry Cottle again, Assistant Principal over 10th and 12th grade. Have a great year, Jaguars.
Next, Dr. Hogan tells us about the do's and don'ts of dress code.
Hey Jaguars, I'm Dr. Hogan. Welcome to the 2019-2020 school year. We're excited about this year. A couple of guidelines about dress code. Let's start with our gentlemen. Guys, we need pants pulled up reasonably around your natural waistline, hip area, no bottom showing. No shirts with any inappropriate references, sexual references, alcohol, drug references. Let's leave all of that at home. Ladies, if we could, cover our midriffs. I've seen lots of cute outfits so far, but some of them belong outside of school, not here in the halls of Cedar Shoals. Think of school as your job, so you want to dress like you're going to work, okay? Leave the fun clothes for having fun at home and on the weekends.
All right, you guys, make sure you're not wearing your party outfits to school. But all jokes aside, next we'll have Mr. Carter expressing his love for the East Side.
Hello, teachers and students. I'm Mr. Aaron Carter, Associate Principal for Instruction. This is my 12th year at Cedar Shoals High School. I'm so excited about the new school year. I want to remind you guys of a couple of things that will help you become successful as students. Number one, set goals. I would recommend that you set 2 goals for yourself this year. One involving academics and maybe one involving an extracurricular activity. It's important that you become part of a club or an activity or an organization at Cedar Shoals High School because it helps you become better connected to the school. My job here, as I've said to many of you guys before as I visited your classrooms, is to support you and support your teachers so that you may be successful at high school. So if you have any questions, any issues regarding instruction, you can always come to me. Go Jags.
And now here's Ms. Clements with the news about restorative justice.
Hi, I'm Leah Clements and a restorative schools consultant here at Cedar, and glad to be back. Was here January through May of last semester. Had a great time, got to know some folks, looking forward to getting to know you all a little bit better. So come on by to D108, that's the restorative room, and would love to see you pop in during lunch or in between periods, just say hey. And we'll definitely be making some rounds during advisement and maybe during some classrooms, hopefully facilitating some circles, and would love for you to be a part of it.
My name is Imani, and I am the other restorative schools consultant here at Cedar with Leah down in room D108, the restorative room. And the overview of restorative practices that we're aiming to implement here is just based in this idea of improving all of our relationships between students and other students, students and teachers and administrators, and reaching for our ideal way to have relationships here in the school building that provides equal voice and opportunity to all parties involved while holding everyone in compassion and also having those difficult conversations when conflicts are emerging to keep everyone in the school building. Essentially, I think what I offer to this process is that I've already been kicked out of school, so you don't have to.
So excited for this school year, Leah, aren't you?
I'm so excited, Maddie. But that's all for this week. We'll be back in September. Stay tuned. Until then, I'm Aaliyah Now.
And I'm Maddie Johnson.
And this has been WJAG-TV with your weekly school news.